Movember. Today, I'm going to speak about how to break into corporate America. Notice that I have called it corporate America, even though we are in the UK, because the modern day capitalistic society is built off of the American one. It's funded by American dollars and it's littered with American culture. What's a corporate company, you may ask? A corporate company is a company that makes $1 billion or it's listed on a financial stock exchange. What's a stock exchange? Look in Google what a stock exchange is. But the point of the matter is there are companies which make $1 billion or more and they have a lot of money. Now, some people have lowered that bar to like $100 million, but I would say it's safe to keep it in the $1 billion mark. Now, breaking into corporate America, working in corporate America, surviving in corporate America is extremely hard. It's intense, it's fiercely competitive, and it's slightly snobbish, meaning that if you didn't go to the right schools, you don't speak the right type of English, and you don't live in the right kind of area, it's difficult for you to break in and bash through the glass ceiling and achieve your salary expectations. Now, with all that being said, working in corporate America is extremely rewarding because everything you're able to have tremendous amount of impact and reach because everything around us today is funded or is built under a modern day capitalistic society or corporate America. Your energy, your lights, the screen you're watching me from is probably from $1 billion company. The phone you're watching me from, Samsung, is a $1 billion company. All these laptops, $1 billion companies. Dell, petrol, $1 billion company. Utilities, gas, TV, you name it, corporate America is there. If you look around in your house, most of the things in your house are built by $1 billion companies. You might not even know it, but it's probably true. So anyway, it's extremely rewarding because you're going to work on some of the world's most exciting projects and they have the budget to fund these things. And so who is this talk targeted at? This talk is targeted at graduates who have recently come out of university and you want to work in corporate America, specifically finance, because they pay the most and they carry the most prestige. They pay the most and they carry the prestige. Why can the $1 billion company, why can the corporate company pay the black guy like me with dreads to fly around the world and they pay me about $500,000? It's not because they like me or I'm so attractive. Yeah? Or I'm so wonderful. No, there's nothing special about me. It's just because they have the money and paying me 6 figures to go around fixing things and talking to people is nothing to them. So that's why you should work for $1 billion company. So I'm going to divide this talk into 4 sections. Finding the job, what to look for, where to look for. 2, getting the job, how to get through the interview. And 3, keeping the job, how not to get fired in the first 90 days. And then 4, excelling at the job, how to become an elite professional that goes on to make at least 6 figures a year. But on average, you take home about $500,000, if not $1 million, if you're really, really good. With that being said, let's jump right in. Now, before I start, if you are making 6 figures a year already, stop watching now. Switch off. This is not relevant for you. Go do whatever you need to do. For everybody else, listen up. So, finding the job. What to look for, where to look for. Now, before you start even looking for jobs, it's important that you understand 2 things. The entry points, right? You can go in as a graduate, you can go in as a normal employee, you can go in as a contractor. Now, these 3 things are really important and very different because the bar of entry for a graduate is lower than that for an employee. But although graduate these days is quite competitive, the bar for a contractor is a heck lot lower than that of an employee. Meaning that if you go for a contract job, they pay you a daily rate, but the daily rate is like 300, 400, 500. First of all, go and search on the internet, contract project manager job roles, contract IT support roles, contract lawyer roles, contract teacher roles, contract marketing roles, contract, go and Google with just search them now and you tell me what the rate they are paying you, and they'll pay you that rate every day. So I've been I was a contractor for like 8, 10, 15, 20 years been contracting. Anyway, I couldn't make it through I wanted to be a graduate, but I couldn't make it through the front door of the graduate job. I couldn't eat the food like this. I had to eat it like this, right? You might have to do the same thing as well. But understand those entry points, because it will give you options and you need to make CVs for all of these options. 2, understand the hiring process. Many people don't understand this hiring process, but it's extremely important to understand that there is a big billion-dollar company. Let's take Dell or HP, HP, billion-dollar company. They want to hire some lawyers, some financial analysts, some accountants, some IT support people. HP ain't got time to go sit there on the internet and look for people to apply jobs. What they're going to do is they're going to go to somebody like Reed, Indeed, Adecco, Hayes, one of these recruitment companies. They're going to advertise these jobs and they're going to tell them, guys, help us fill these roles and we're going to pay you. What Hayes is going to do, Hayes is going to put out these jobs and they are going to, so when we put out jobs, we get like thousands. Let's say we were recently hired for 200 positions and we got like maybe 4,000 CVs for just 200 positions. So now what's happened is there's a lot of demand. So what they do is they have a CV screener, right? And that CV screener is looking at keywords that the client has given them. They're going to put those keywords into this machine. Then it's going to put a job out there. When you send your CV through, or when they scour your LinkedIn profile, it's going to filter out those that have made it. So before a human even sees your CV, there is this machine you have to get by, this gatekeeper. You have to, so understand the gatekeepers. Yeah, there's the CV screener, the recruitment agent, the HR admin staff, then me. So there's 4 people you got to reach before you even get to me, that I can actually see your CV and actually invite you in for an interview. So now, with that being said, how do you get the keywords to put onto your CV? Very simple. You just go onto Indeed, Google, wherever it is, look for the best job. Like you want to be a junior analyst, go on the JP Morgan website or look JP Morgan job, JP Morgan junior analyst job roles. Get the CV and lift everything on there. You'll see the keywords on there, and so you need to put them onto your CV. Now, I'm not you don't have to, if they say to you, you need to be CPA certified, right? Don't say that you are CPA certified when you're not. Just say, I aspire to become CPA certified. I aspire to become a chartered accountant. I aspire to go to Yale University. I aspire to become a senior thought leader. I aspire. You get what I'm saying? And then that way, when the CV screener see those things, it's not going to see I aspire. It's going to see CPA, chartered accountant, thought leader. You get what I'm saying? Then you pass through. Then you also need to understand what industry certifications are required for your industry. If you're banking, IT, teaching, law, all of them have industry certifications. Understand what they are so that you can put them in your CV. Once you have done that, you can populate your CV, and it's good to put interesting things like you've done, like you climbed Mount Everest and you did something crazy, etc. And also make your past experience relevant. So if you worked at Sainsbury's, another billion-dollar company, instead of saying that you worked in the storefront, you could say, I was a customer service agent, or I was a customer lead. I was helping customers to complete their financial transactions rather than just check out. Whatever. Anyway, moving on swiftly. Now, LinkedIn. If you do not have LinkedIn right now, and your LinkedIn is not like my LinkedIn right now, you need to stop this video, press pause, and go to sit down, spend 1-2 hours creating a good LinkedIn profile. Today, I get all of my contracts from LinkedIn. People reach out to me, I don't reach out to them because of LinkedIn. Remember, Reed or Hayes, they want to fill the job very, very quickly before somebody else fills it. So you need to have LinkedIn. A CV is 2023. Today, you need to have LinkedIn. LinkedIn. If you are not on LinkedIn and you don't have a LinkedIn profile, you're behind. You're behind and you need to catch up. So let's recap. Yeah? A, what to look for, where to look for, Google, LinkedIn. Yeah? 2, understand the entry points. Graduate. By the way, if you are 1 year into your graduate, you need to take off graduate. You need to stop looking for graduate jobs and start looking for analyst, contract analyst role, contract junior analyst. Forget graduates. Just move on, because there's a bunch of year graduates coming in every year, and you should have relevant experience. If you don't have relevant experience, contact me. Drop me a note. 2, you need to understand the hiring process. You need to pass the CV screener. You need to pass the recruitment agent. Remember, the recruitment agent is not the person who's hiring you. They're just given a script and they're following the script. If you say the keywords, if you hit the right keywords for that recruitment agent, you'll be able to figure out what you need to say to them so that they can push you onto the next HR agent. Same thing with the HR agent. The person who actually knows what they're doing is actually me, the person who put out the job. But all these people are just there gatekeeping and they're just following keywords which I've told them to look for. So on top of that, you need to then, when you've got your keywords, get a job that has the key that are good from a good $1 billion company. Copy that CV. Make sure you've got all those keywords on there. Populate your CV. Populate your LinkedIn, and apply for jobs. Keep a CV. I'm assuming that you are you are going to keep track of your jobs. I'm assuming that you are doing training to keep yourself up to date. I'm assuming that you are also keeping track of your jobs so you're not reapplying to the same jobs. I'm assuming that you're going to industry events. I'm assuming that you're going to networking events. I'm assuming a whole lot of things. The list that I've given you is by no means exhaustive, but simply a precursor to help you find the job. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. And if you need the CV template, you don't have a CV template, I've never given you a CV template, DM me. In fact, put it in the comments, CV template, and I'll send you a CV template. I won't say goodbye. I don't think I said hello.